D.Fos podcast, episode 6 with my man Health Daddy. Wow. What's going on with you, bro?
I'm doing wonderful, brother.
Yeah, Frank Stoner, man. Frank Stoner, definitely, man. The cat that, I've been getting a lot of my herbs and supplements and everything from. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, my hometown. As you can see, this is the Louisville episode. I just came from down there and I had to stop by and check my man out. Got some products from him. I was going to put an order in. And I said, you know what, man, I'll be in town. Let me just come through the shop, and get me some stuff, man. I got the Black Panther here, then I got the ashwagandha, and I got a herbal tea. So I had to definitely stop by. So we just want to bring him on, man, and talk about, a lot of the health issues, concerns, and stereotypes, you know what I'm saying? So Frank, man, welcome to the show. Appreciate everything you're doing, man, all the education you've been doing, been catching out your lives, your products and stuff. So what got you into herbalism and the plant-based lifestyle?
Boy, that is a question I've been answering for about almost 15 years now.
Okay.
But it happened by me getting sick.
Okay.
Me getting the high blood pressures, the high cholesterols, the ED type of feeling.
Okay. And that's a real issue too. That's a real issue, that ED,
Yeah, it is. And they're getting younger and younger with it. But in my late 30s, all this stuff started coming about. And what was happening, I was doing like everybody do. And what we're trained to do, and rightfully so. We go see a doctor, and so they couldn't find out what was wrong with me. I was having like brain fog.
And this is early. You said 30s. That's fairly early though, man, in your life though too. Yeah,
late 30s. Yeah,
late 30s. Yeah. Okay.
I was hallucinating. I was, just brain fog. I was just felt bad, just felt terrible, man. All the way out, headaches, dizziness. It was just bad. So I kept going to the doctor, and then it got to where they would send me to specialists, and then they started doing a bunch of tests. So they would do these tests, and then through their testing, they could never find out anything wrong with it. So they was like, "We don't see anything wrong, Mr. Stoney. You just go home and relax. You're stressed out and that kind of thing." Well, when you know something's wrong with you, but you can't pinpoint it, that stresses you even more. So I kept telling them, I know something's wrong with me. I know. So after several trips to do testing, and they never found out anything, and then $800 bills start coming through the mail. $800, $1,200, for these tests.
Oh, for bills, like billing.
Bill.
Yeah. Was it like blood work tests, or was it like blood work? Was y'all testing for blood work?
All of it, all blood work. What you call that? CAT scan.
CAT scan. Okay, trying to pinpoint everything. Okay. Yeah. Something was wrong from the test, going back and forth, but wasn't nothing being resolved. You were still feeling the same. You still had the same issues.
Yeah, still having the same issues, still constipated, still having the headaches, still having the dizziness.
What was your diet like? What was your diet like at this time? Pretty much eating anything?
Heavy on chicken wings.
Okay.
And I love them leg quarters.
Okay.
Chicken leg quarters.
You was pretty much eating
and fried potatoes.
Okay. Okay.
Fried potatoes, breads, all the works, I didn't drink a lot of pop because it used to make my chest hurt.
Okay.
But I do juices, everything but water. You know what I'm saying?
Everything but water. Okay.
So, everything but water. I was drinking them drinks with the red stuff in it. Red dye in it, and blue dye.
Like Big Red and all that stuff, like Big Red?
No, the AIDS, the Power AIDS, the Gatorade.
Oh, okay.
So I had to move to them because they was less. I moved to them because they were less acid, so to speak.
Less acid, okay. Yeah, okay, I got you. More, okay, I see what you're saying.
But what I found out is the those dyes was very dangerous. You know, I read about those in my Awakening to Health, but those dyes, the red dye, the blue dye, the yellow dye, you know, was very dangerous to our health. I later found that out after, you know, I went through all this. So, yeah, I had the diet of what everybody else, what we grow up with.
Typical diet. Typical
high potato chips and salt.
Okay, potato chips, yeah. Salt, sugar, and fat.
Salt, sugar, and fat. You're absolutely right. Bread, you know. So I had all of that and all them symptoms. And so some woke me up in the middle of the night and said, look, you got to find out what your health is. You got to find out what's going on with you. Apparently, they can't find it out. So I immediately bought me a thick book like this that had vitamins from A to Z.
What everything done, how it worked in your body and all that.
Yeah, how vitamin C work, how vitamin A work, how vitamin D, how good that is to the body. So I read that whole book, and then I started getting into African health. Asian,
more the holistic, just different practices of what they do, huh?
Yeah, because you know it's a wide world of out here of people,
especially Chinese, like TCM. Like, man, I know that's big too. Okay, yeah, it is. It's a wide world. Yeah.
So I started getting into Chinese health, Indian health, African health. So I started reading all of them kind of books because you have people all over the world, and they don't use Western medicine.
Right, they don't.
So I'm thinking, you know, how does those people survive?
Yeah.
So I kind of mixed that with the vitamin book, and then you know I found out about the herbals, and you know it just kind of started coming together. And this was your quest to find maybe an alternate healing because the doctor wasn't giving you nothing. So you said, let me take my own and find a healing to some. Okay. Yeah, I had to. I had to because I truly believe I wouldn't be here today if I didn't.
If you kept on that path, you know. Yeah.
I wasn't drinking water. I wasn't drinking 6 glasses of water a day, so I learned to do that. I see, David, the thing is, I was just like everybody else.
Without the education, without the information.
So, you know, I would get into these books and I'd read and like I said, it started to come together like a puzzle. I started to change my diet somewhat. That started to work. I started to drink more water. So the headaches started to go away because I learned that migraine headaches could be just dehydration.
I realized that a lot of stuff they say starts with dehydration. That's why when you go to the hospital, that's the first thing they do is put the IV buoy in you and make sure you hydrate.
So that's how important hydration is. So I started to do that, and then headaches went away. I was still constipated, so, you know, so I had to find out what was going on with me there. So I started to look to other alternatives, and I found this colon hydrotherapy.
Okay.
It was colon hydrotherapy. Actually, it was in Indianapolis. It's the first one I knew of. So I took
a place where you actually went to and got it done, or what?
Yeah. And this is out of mainstream. Nobody really. I never really knew about colon hydrotherapy. It was just colonics. Colonics.
Colonics.
So I didn't know anything about them. So I found this guy in Indianapolis, and I took a road trip. And I'm telling you, so he would do these little tests on his different people and stuff. So he found out that the reason why I had this constipation and this brain fog and all that is because I had a parasite and worm infection.
Golly.
Gut. In the gut.
And a lot of stuff starts in the gut, man, don't it? A lot of stuff,
Disease starts in the gut. The gut is the brain. You know? It's important.
So it was just living in you. That's what was causing all that discomfort. That parasite it just lives in you and feeds off you, don't it?
Yeah, it does. It takes all your nutrients. They wreak havoc. They cause aches and pains.
Yeah, so
inflammation, all that.
So they was able to detect that. They was able to detect that's what was going on. They was able to see that.
Yeah, because he had a certain test that he do because he's out of mainstream. He knew what to look for. And a lot of us have parasite and worm infestation
and don't even know
due to meat, excessive meat eating, cheese, dairy, ice cream. So that pig, that pork,
that animal too, man.
An animal, it carries a lot of parasites and worms. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and you got to think about what it eats. Like it's gonna carry it, man. When did you make the decision to cut out the meat? Was that one of the first things? Where was that at along the chain?
Oh no! That and when people come in here, I tell them, don't get discouraged because it takes time.
Takes time, yeah.
I finally I didn't even cut out meat when he told me I had the.
Did you kind of cut back on it? Did you kind of cut?
Yeah, I cut back on it a whole lot. I was doing a colon hydrotherapy. I was going every week. I was traveling in and out every week.
Well, because if you do one thing but then don't follow it in diet, it really don't make sense, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So say like I'm doing this, but I know I can't cut away from the diet immediately. I know it's gonna take some time, even though I'm doing the colon thing and this. I gotta transition. Okay.
Right. And you don't want to stop cold turkey either because you can just cause certain issues that go on in the body, like detox symptoms and stuff. Now, man, these parasites and worms could be in the form of mucus and pus. Like mucusy. Like you can blow could blow your nose, and you can have this long thing come out, and it look like mucus. But it could be a worm.
Living in that. The parasite could be living in that and stuff too.
Yeah, it could be the parasite in the form of mucus.
And I didn't know, like, I know you got mucus removal product too, but a lot of mucus being generated is trying to get something out of your body too, ain't it? When it's over, like say when it's a lot of excessive mucus or something, but the mucus is trying to get stuff out of your body though, right? Am I correct?
No. The mucus, when we get excessive mucus, we eating excessive mucus, excessive foods or drinks that cause it.
That cause that, okay.
Yeah. We do have mucous membranes within the body, that helps with the gut. And, they have their certain properties. Mucus is in the body. It's a part of the body.
Okay.
But when it gets excessive, that's when the issues start. When
There's something going on.
More starchy stuff, more meats and cheeses. And these breads and things that causes mucus, it gets excessive.
Okay.
And then that's when a lot of the problems start.
Man, so they found that out. So he was able to find that out, the parasite and all that. And so then what was the next day? Did the colon did it take every week? What was the process like? Is it like a 6 weeks or?
Well, what they would like for you to do, which regular people can't really do, is to have like 21, I think it was something like that, like 21 days straight.
Of that?
Colon hydrotherapy. Yeah, 21 days straight. But of course, I couldn't do that.
That's gonna blast everything out, man, ain't it? Man.
But I had to come home on, I would go on the weekend, then I would go up there and I get 2. I do one day, one Friday, then I go back Saturday. So that'd be 2. And I kept doing that, just going back and forth. I did that for 10, 15 weeks or something like that. And, it got a lot better.
Now, explain, why did you start there? A lot of disease and stuff happens in the colon, right? Colon cancer and all that. And so each time, they like cleaning it each time though, right? Because the colon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People, let's just say they are enemas on steroids.
Okay.
A lot of people think they can just do a regular enema with one of these Massengill things, but you only getting like this much of the colon.
Okay.
So you're not really doing yourself any justice.
Okay.
The colon, to be, from what I understand, is like 6 feet.
That's what I thought.
Once intertwined, it's like 6 feet.
That's long. That's a lot in your body, man.
You have this stuff. And the colon is back here. in the back. So a lot of times when people have aches and pains or thinking they have back problems, it could be the colon. It could be a blockage in the colon. It could be just that simple. But we live in a day and age where people want to cut on you, which is more money than just unclogging the colon. You know what I mean?
The holistic healing. They want to. They want to get the knife out.
Some of these problems can be addressed just by cleaning the colon out. And then when we do clean the colon, we want to do it for 1 or 2 days or something like that. No, we should nurture that colon and clean it out as much as possible. As I said, I would go every weekend. I went every weekend for about about 20 weeks.
Really?
Just to get myself.
That's getting everything out though. Every rip. That's cleaning it every time though, man.
Yeah, it is cleaning it every time. But you clog it up, especially when you're eating breads and
if you're eating the wrong stuff.
And I was still not really there yet when it came to diet. So it was cool that I kept doing that, because I was still and see I didn't stop eating meat overnight. And I don't suggest anybody do that either. It was a process. And when I said I was gonna go vegan, it took an actual year to go vegan.
To make the full transformation.
I love my chicken.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I gotta say it too. I mean, I'm as vegan as much as I can, but you know what I'm saying? You do. I'm not 100% maybe. Yeah. But you do. You know what I'm saying? You still might want to dabble in some, but it's a lot of stuff out there that tastes just as good, I found out too.
Yes.
A lot of stuff, man. What do you think is
because people
is one of the big misconceptions about healthy living and eating in our community among Black folks, you would say? Some of the misconceptions. It costs too much, or what? It don't taste.
It don't taste good.
Okay.
That's a misconception that that it don't taste good. And that's not true. Because the vegan, it may have been true 10 years ago, but they've gotten very sophisticated with cooking vegan food.
Yeah.
David, I like to call it plant-based for one.
Plant-based, I think plant-based is better.
Vegan, for some reason, vegan scares the heck out of some people.
Yeah, it's a different connotation with vegan. Yeah, plant-based. I say plant-based because that's usually that's really what it is. Yeah, plant-based. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cooking without animals.
Without animals.
And the food I eat good. When we had buffets, I would do Indian food, buffets, Mediterranean buffets, so I like to eat. Unfortunately those, due to what's been happening, you don't even really have buffets anymore. Right. But I like to go to places where they actually chop their food.
Where they actually do the food. They
chopping onions.
Yeah.
They chopping onions and peppers and they chopping garlic and
they doing it fresh. You getting it? They getting it fresh. Yeah. And so you think they say?
So I love them kind of things.
Yeah, that the food don't taste as good. Like I said, they're getting sophisticated. And what about you think like the access to healthy options in our communities? Because they'll have a fast food place on every corner, but you won't see like a Whole Foods or even a store that focuses on plant-based food or something. Why do you think that is, man? It's just easy to put them in the hoods or what?
Yeah, it's about supply and demand. Any place that sells that type of junk, if you didn't support it, wouldn't be down there.
Yeah.
So it's mindset, David. We still in the mindset of it's junk, and it's junk on every corner.
Every corner.
Your potato chips, your flaming hot.
Plenty of it.
Your pops, your donuts, your pastries and all that stuff. It's on every corner. But that's what we buy.
That's what.
So it wouldn't have a market. It wouldn't be alive if we didn't go in there and support it. So that's why I'm down here, because I'm down here to change some things. Because I'm bringing in I bring in fresh salads, different type of vegan meals.
Y'all started doing food, right? Y'all started doing food?
Yeah, we started doing food.
Okay.
Yeah, fresh soups, salads. Every now and then some sandwiches or something, so
you can't beat that, man.
Everything is vegan. Everything is plant-based. And so that's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to work, by bringing other options. And another thing, the misconception is it's just we can't get to it. We can get to everything.
You can get to everything.
We can get to everything, but when it comes to healthy food, somehow we just can't seem to make it. You got buses running
everywhere. You can get everywhere else.
You have everything. If you want to, believe me, I live down there too. You know where I live.
Yeah.
Right? You know where I live. So to go to Whole Foods here in Louisville, it's 40, 35 minutes away. So I had to, every week, what I would do is I'll make me one day of shopping.
One day of shopping,
and I'll pack up and go get my water and whatever I need from that grocery. Down here, did not have what I want. I was fortunate enough to be able to go somewhere else. And another thing, David, one of the misconceptions is it costs more.
Right, it costs more. Yeah. I think that's a huge one.
Yeah. It costs more to be vegan. Well, it costs more to be vegan if you eating vegan junk.
You eating vegan junk, yeah.
Yeah, if you eating vegan junk, but if you eating fruits and vegetables, it's not gonna cost you more.
It's not. And then I always say you're gonna spend it one way or another, either in the doctor's office or spend a little bit more money on your food. So you're gonna spend it one way or the other. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes it's easier with the plant-based food. It's just time. People, because it does take time. Sometimes I don't have time to cook, but time to put it together. You know what I mean? But I think, that's
yeah. Okay, well, I had to adjust my life. What I did was I bought me a big bag, you know how you carry on your shoulder, big cooler type of thing. So in my other life, I work in transportation. So I had to pack up to keep me from stopping in restaurants, buying potato chips and that kind of thing. What I would do, I would get up an hour and a half early from when you normally got up. This is adjusting your lifestyle.
Adjusting your life, yeah.
And I would stir fry me something. I would cut up fruits. I would have stuff packed. Prep my meals. And I would have it in my backpack and have my water. I had everything I needed. So therefore, I did not have to stop at the chicken place or the real place or the hamburger place.
Yeah.
And I
it would be so easy to. It would be so easy to do that, wouldn't it? Oh, I didn't bring nothing to eat. Let me stop right here and then yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Talk about what we talk about availability and stuff. What led you to open your store?
Let's give my son credit for that.
Okay.
Because
how long you?
He was like daddy.
How long your store been open?
9 years.
9 years. Man.
About 9 years.
That's a blessing, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you, Daniel, when we first opened the doors, nobody came in. Nobody really paid attention to us. So I had to constantly feed it money to keep it afloat. And we also had Miss Deneen in, and she was, for when I thought of the business idea, Frank's mom, Miss Deneen, my business partner, she had a salon.
Okay.
So I said, well, we put the salon in her, that'll help keep it afloat along with me keep working.
For
people to find out what's going on. Yeah. So we've been open 9 years, and last year was our biggest year.
That's good
that we've had, and we so happy, that the people are finally come and support now on a regular basis. But back to your question of why did I start it? My son was like, Daddy, he's seen me heal myself. And he said, Daddy, you got to share this with the rest of the world. You got to, you sell some herbs. And I was like, man, ain't nobody getting ready to buy herbs. Because I'm going to tell you, when I first started this lifestyle change, people would run from me.
They would run from me, yeah. They
didn't
want to change. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
No, I was the last person they want to see.
Yeah, they're like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. Yeah.
with this lifestyle change, I made people uncomfortable when I came around, you know.
Because of what you was on. Because this is what
I was doing.
Yeah, this is what I'm
It was just me.
Yeah,
I was
ain't that crazy? That's crazy how that could affect the energy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you hit it right there. It was the energy that I gave off. The energy that I gave off, and it just made a lot of people, even my family, man. They didn't want to have nothing to do with me.
That's really crazy. All because you on something healthy. You trying to, like, you know what I mean?
Something different. Something besides the norm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, so he said, so he was like, and I was like, well, ain't nobody getting right about no herbs, Frank. He said, Daddy, do it. Just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
And so, you know, I bought into it. And I said, you know what? Yeah, let's go and do that. We're going to help whoever we can help.
Right. And you was already on that tip yourself. You was already kind of on that path. Now it's time to expose it maybe to some more people and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And and a simple fact too, it's one company I was dealing with, D.Fos. I don't know if you heard of D.Fos.
I think so.
But I still deal with them. I still carry their products.
Okay.
But they had came along and said, you know, how would you like to wholesale some of our herbs? I was like, great, because I was buying them anyway.
Dude,
I was buying. When I got into this new life, I was so excited. I would buy herbs every time I get paid. I would buy like $100 a week, and I couldn't wait for them to come in the mail because it was like candy. And they was working.
Right. Okay.
And they the one who really taught me about plants and synthetics.
Okay, synthetic.
And these products was working. And I was just so excited, man, you know. So when they said hey, would you like to wholesale? I said, hey, yeah, come on with it. So I started to sell the little herbs. I would buy, and then I would just buy me some, and then I'd sell some to whoever wanted.
Okay.
And a lot of people, I was selling out my trunk, so to speak.
Yeah, that's how it all started, out the trunk. Yeah.
That's started. And a lot of people needed the herbs to get rid of constipation.
Okay.
That was my biggest selling.
That was a big. Okay, yeah. You addressed a big problem. You can speak from it because you had it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have taught many people how to get rid of constipation. And a lot of times when constipation goes away, the headaches go away, the sluggishness.
So they all tied together, and that's tied with digestion and all that, ain't it?
It's all tied together. Yeah. So I would credit my son for telling me you need to introduce this to the rest of the world. Although it was going on in other places like California, in other places, it's kind of saturated. Here,
what do you think about that new health movement? It's kind of like a new health movement, but like you said, depending on a market like yours, it might be wide open, huh? Because you're in a smaller market, it might work to your advantage.
Yes.
Okay,
it has worked for me because when I got into it, let's just say 10 years ago, people were saying, you crazy. You have all these places that sell herbs and vitamins and stuff, and they big, and you crazy trying to be their competition. And I'm like, I'm not their competition. I got plants.
Yeah, I got plants.
They got synthetic.
Right. And then you in your own lane. You in your own lane, you know.
I have my own lane. And people are finding out today why I did this. See, my stuff is plant-based. My soaps. I don't have any animal product in my soap, and a lot of people
animal product.
Don't understand.
No animal product at all.
No animal products. And a lot of people don't understand that what suds your soap up so much, that's that fat from animals.
From animals, okay.
You know,
okay.
That's why a lot of plant soaps or homemade soaps don't lather really well because they don't have all that crap in it. But they still clean.
Okay.
Yes. It don't have all that animal fat in it. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Animal fat. See, they find stuff to do with their waste products.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
They always selling it to us. And what we don't know is when we wash with those animal products, it leaves a film on your skin.
That creates a whole other problem.
Yes, that will make you fatigued because your pores are clogged. You could grow funguses on your skin.
What are some of your soaps you make? What are some of them you got? Some of the soaps you got?
We have moringa soaps. We make moringa soap. We make a moringa and lavender soap. Just here recently, I have a product called Awesome Oil, which is a jojoba oil, lavender, chamomile. One of my biggest sellers. Smells so good, makes the skin look beautiful.
Man, is that a bar that comes in a bar too? That comes in a bar.
I just made a bar out of that. As a matter of fact, I'll send you some.
Okay, I'm about to say. I think I want to try
how good
that.
it is. I'll send you some.
Okay.
We just made that. We made a rose soap out of real roses and rose oil. So we made that kind of soap, and we're gonna have I call it wide open. I have a wide open oil, which is a eucalyptic, cinnamon, and a couple other ingredients. Peppermint.
Yeah.
And it just opens up.
Opens everything up.
Opens you up like the eucalyptic plant.
Yeah. I
open
can
up that
imagine
respiratory system. I'm gonna make a soap of that. So those are just a few of the soaps we have. We have a turmeric soap. So it's all kind of soaps. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, when you start to use these fresh products, you start to feel better. The body starts to breathe a little better too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Definitely have to check that out. What have you found has been one of your best selling products or herbs since you open, like on a regular basis? I know a lot of people be on the sea moss, and what is one of your biggest sellers, or a few of them?
Actually, you hit it nail on the head. The sea moss is the #1 seller. Next to that would be products that move the bowels. I have a super colon cleanse. I have a colon flush. People ask me what's the difference between that. One, the colon flush actually goes in and gets rid of the poop. I mean, if you got that stubborn poop.
Okay, now which one, if you got both of them, which one would you do first? If you got the cleanse and the flush?
I would do the flush first. To flush it out. Make sure we getting rid of the hard, the hard to get to stuff. All right. And then we would do the super colon clean. That had herbs in it to not only help you move, but to fix the colon. Kind of heal the colon.
Repair. Repair.
Repairs the colon. With problems that it may have. Have different herbals to do that. So that's the difference. Colon flush don't necessarily repair. It just helps to get it. I'm just gonna get it out.
It's just, different functions.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And then you have different levels of people that the colon flush might be a bit too much. So you want to do. We have things like senna, which is all by itself. Senna.
I see senna's in a lot of detox product too. I see that in a lot. Yeah.
See, nature knew. Nature knew some kind of way, sometime we was gonna have trouble moving our bowels. We was gonna be in trouble with this constipation thing. So it put plants on the earth to help us get through these times. And senna was real big back in the day.
That was real.
A lot of people don't know, in ancient times, where a lot of people had to move the bowels.
They had to do something.
A lot of people. In times, a lot of people had meat diets. Ate a lot of meat. And ain't no fiber in meat.
Yeah, it ain't none whatsoever. Yeah, whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah.
So you when they discovered that, it helped people out a lot. So I would say that it's like my second biggest product, and then probably the mucus eliminator. I have a mucus eliminator tea. And I have the capsules. This is a very, very good product.
Mucus eliminator. What we was talking about.
Moving the mucus. Yeah, what we was talking about. Getting that stubborn mucus out.
And that clogs up a lot of stuff. Your nose and all that. It clogs up a lot of stuff, don't it? Yeah.
Yes. Your nose, your sinuses, and it can get to be hard. It could be hard mucus going on in there, and that mucus could be stubborn. And you wondering why these sinuses won't never clear up. It's because you have that hard mucus going on in there. And you could have mucus on organs, like the pancreas.
On your organs.
The pancreas, due to heavy dairy coming up, the pancreas can get clogged up with hard mucus. And it don't pump. It don't pump like it should, and it's not pushing the correct amount of insulin sugar through the blood system.
Oh, okay.
That's where you have in my opinion, your diabetic issues and stuff that come about. That pancreas is just not working, maybe due to excessive mucus, hard mucus that clogged it up. Yes, and it can't, like, let's just say it works like this, and then it gets boggled down with mucus, so it starts.
It's barely. I see what you're saying.
Don't even want to work no more.
Yeah,
and then you get in trouble.
Okay, and then it's going to affect some other organs and stuff like that.
Yes. You have cirrhosis of the liver. You have your kidneys get bogged down with mucus, and you just gotta. That's why you do cleanses. That's why you do cleanses. That's why it's so important to drink a lot of vitamin C.
Okay.
Not that vitamin C, supposedly vitamin C stuff that's in these cold boxes out here. You won't get some real key limes, pineapple.
Real vitamin C, oranges, limes, lemons. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's natural.
Something like that. You have different herbs out here that remove mucus, like oregano.
Okay.
Wild cherry bark.
Really?
Eucalyptic. Yeah, it's a bunch of it in here. Lemongrass, rosemary. So you have nature knew that. Nature knew that somehow or another we was gonna get over mucosified, if that's a word. And it give us things to help us out with that.
Yeah. So herbs, in your opinion, herbs can really reverse and stop a lot of disease, can they? The herbs.
The correct way.
Yeah.
To it can reverse. It can reverse a lot of issues that are going on in the body. We have to be careful with words because of the way it's structured in the system. Herbs can reverse certain symptoms that you may have.
Symptoms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dis-ease. That's why I call it dis-ease. Dis-ease is created by certain entities.
Okay.
And those entities, which kind of run things, they know they create disease. Okay. So it is, if you are, how this works? If you are diagnosed with a disease, well, it has to be treated by a pharmaceutical. Okay. By a drug. Okay. That's the contract. That's how it works. Even if it is a herbal out there that works against these things, by contract, the medical system, they have made it where you have to use. You have to. Because you can get in big trouble. That's why you don't see nobody necessarily claiming. That's why you had to have disclaimers on here that these are not designed to treat that. Okay. All that. So that's why that's on there. Disclaimers. That's why they have to be on there. I just told a secret of what a lot of people don't know, but that's just been that's been true. Yeah, it's been true about it. That's the system. You live within a system. Within the system, They make the rule. Right. So and you gotta play by their rules. So herbs absolutely can reverse some issues that are going on with you. Okay. Yeah. That's great. What about the benefit of alkaline water, man? And why is alkaline water so important? The pH balance in the water is so important. Alkaline water, the water was alkaline before we started digging up the earth, having factories, and man, doing his business in the water. Messing the water up. All water was alkaline. Wow. Now you have it where you have industrial, and you have chemicals in the water. You have poop in the water. You have urine. You have baby grade. All that stuff in the water. God. All that in the water. So rust. Yeah. All kind of things. A lot of, what else is lead or something? What else I heard? Lead. Okay, yeah. Pharmaceuticals, okay. Yeah, so it's all kind of stuff in the water. Now, the alkaline water concept, it would be perfect if you can get some spring water. Running from a stream. Okay. out in the wild.
Okay.
It don't have any factories around it.
Nothing around it.
Anybody pooping and all
no,
that.
No drain off or runoff or nothing into it.
Right.
Okay.
That would be perfect.
Okay.
But everything has to be manipulated. So what I found out and what people have come up with, I got this alkaline water machine.
Okay.
Well, it has 2 filters in it.
Okay.
And the filters have, things like activated charcoal. That's why all water systems can be pretty much filtered to alkalinity, pretty much.
Alkaline. Okay.
They just don't want to.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
But I have an alkaline water machine. It has 2 filters in it. You got carbon charcoal in it. You got sand, all kind of things. And the water runs through this filter. And let's say water has molecules this big. Well, the filter's going to catch those big molecules, and the fresh stuff is going to get through. That's where the alkalinity comes in at.
Okay.
Also, it has 9 metal plates in it. So it's plugged in. So if I ever lose electricity, I'll be in trouble. I got a generator.
Oh, it's plugged in. Oh, okay.
That's plugged in.
I see.
Now, what's happening is these metal plates shock the water. Okay, when it's coming through, bursting the molecules down to bursting the molecules down real fine in the water. So if the molecules are normally bigger, then by being shocked, it bursts the molecules down in it. You get smaller molecules. When you drink the water, the cells of the body easily absorbs the water. Okay. Thus bringing hydration. pH, the hype on pH had gotten out of hand. People want 10.
It was a big hype on it. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
All that. But the body's 7.3, 7 pH is all you need in the water. A water pH. If you can have it 7.3 with alkaline water, it's fine. So mine is 7.5, something like that, no more than that. I turned my machine down once I started to really study about that, because even if it is, in my opinion, even if it is a 9 alkaline, once you drink it, the body's going to adjust it to where it needs to be.
It's going to even it out, ain't it? Yeah.
It's going to even it out anyway. All that hype about alkalinity.
Yeah, it did go crazy for a minute. It did go crazy, yeah. What do you think about that happened to real water? Did you mess with real water a lot? When the blue bottle, real water? What you think about that whole thing? They had to pull all that off the shelf and all that.
And I haven't heard that story.
You didn't know about that?
No.
Real water? Yeah, it was getting people sick. It was getting people sick or something. Yeah, it was maybe about a month ago or something.
Is that the brand y'all sell up there?
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have it down there?
Not that I know of. I ain't know water.
But it was pretty big, man. Real water. They was on the alkaline game early.
Had a
blue bottle. They were selling 2 for $3, and now you can't find them nowhere. They pulled them off the shelf.
I drank some of that when I was down there.
I liked it.
Yeah. So David, look, sometimes when we find things good, or when they find things really good, it's entities out there that will make something up on it,
manufacture
and make it. Yeah. So I would have to hear exactly what happened. You know what I mean?
I don't know the full story.
You don't know the story.
Yeah, but something happened where people was getting sick. And
let me give you this story real quick. We've been lied to and told that sickness is we told that healing is sickness.
Okay, healing.
I give you an example.
Yeah.
I give you an example. In my other place, it was a guy used to come in there and get alkaline water all the time. He had this friend who was really, really acid. All he did was drink alcohol. He eat chips and pretzels.
Body's
and all
fully
that.
acidic. Huh?
Fully acid in the body.
Yeah.
So when he would drink alkaline water, guess what happened?
What?
He throw up acid. He throw up like he throw up. Because his body was so acidic.
It was
when
rejecting
you drink the alkaline water, it bring it up.
Man.
So people think that throwing up is sickness when it's not.
It's trying to get out of something. It's trying to,
yeah, the body's getting out what it don't want in there. I don't know if you ever been drunk before. I have only a couple times because I don't like that feeling. So
me neither.
I a couple times in my 57 years that I ever felt that way.
Right.
Well, you want to throw up. The body makes you throw up. And once you throw up, what'd you say?
You feel better.
I feel so much better.
Your body automatically gets it out of there, don't it?
Yes, it does. So I feel the body's like, well, you'd be like, I feel so much better. So is that sickness?
Right.
That ain't sickness. That's the body healing itself.
That's the body,
So if these people whom they talking about are very acid people and they drink that water, it could have made them throw up or made them feel some type of way.
Based on how
And they mistaken that as sickness.
And that, I didn't even think about that. That could very well be the case, though. Yeah, that could very well be the case. It
probably is. It's so much manipulation out there, man. You get a product, and plus it probably got huge.
Right. I think it got huge. It got too big. Yeah.
Got too big for the regular water companies, and then they come through with they media.
Come through something like that. You right, man. Right, man.
Now, I ain't saying that's what happened. I'm just saying
it could be an angle. Yeah, it could be. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
So they play
dirty. They play dirty out there. Yeah.
And what they say is sickness ain't necessarily sickness. It's healing. A fever is not sickness. A fever is not sickness. There ain't no medical book that would tell you that. That I know of. Throwing up is not sickness. Sweating is not sickness.
Sweating is not,
It's not detoxes.
Your body is doing something. It's breaking something down. Yeah. It's breaking something down. What would you say to somebody who wanted to get started in this journey, wanted to turn it around? Where would you say they start? What would you say to them?
Where I always start them in here, David, is 6 glasses of water a day. That's how you know if anybody's serious. You start them, you say 6 glasses of water a day because you're not going to heal. If you are not getting into water, if you're not drinking 6 glasses of water a day, if you're not getting close to that, if you're not even trying, you're not serious.
I'm not serious.
So you're not even going to try to heal.
Okay.
So when I have people, I got papers here where I give people different things to give them different guidelines.
Different guidelines based on where they at. Yeah, based on where they at.
Yeah, so that's what I would do. I tell them the basics. I give them the absolute basics.
Okay.
And if you can't do the basics, you're not ready yet. Like drinking water, eating fruits for breakfast instead of pancakes, syrup, bacon, bread, all that kind of thing. Fruits for breakfast, just fruits. So I give them the basics. And then I tell them to, just pick a day that you don't eat meat. If you eat meat every day, pick one day where you don't eat meat.
Okay, to start out with. Okay, yeah.
Start out with, like a meatless Wednesday, a meatless Monday.
And from what I understand, it when you do stuff like that, it gives your body and your organs a time to rest.
Yeah.
So it's not breaking everything. That's like running all the time,
Right.
So
exactly
that's
right.
Good, though.
That's why fasting is good. That's why fasting is good. Yeah, it gives the body a break from all that digestion.
Okay. Yeah.
And toxins that a lot of people put in their body. That's why ginger is so important. Ginger root is so important, especially before you eat.
Before you eat?
Before you eat, ginger. Or if you forget after you eat, just do it. So the ginger can help you digest. Ginger stops the aging process.
Does it? Yeah.
A premature graying. It stops all that.
Wow.
It helps with aches and pains. It helps with menstrual cramps.
Okay.
People don't know when ginger is one of the 8 wonders of the world.
I'm about to say it goes so old, and that's real big. Probably when you were studying the Chinese stuff, they real big on the ginger, right?
Real big on it.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see a lot of overweight people.
You don't. I noticed that.
Fat fighter.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Because I did these videos all the time. When you have these big holidays, they say a Thanksgiving, and people eat. They eat all this turkey, ham, sweet potatoes,
everything,
stuffing, macaroni and cheese. Okay.
Yeah, look.
And they eat all this starch. The next thing you know, they over like.
Yeah, starched out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on is it takes the body so much energy to digest all that stuff. It knocks you literally knocks you out.
So
you have ginger to help you digest. That's why I say you have ginger to help that, and it may not be so bad.
That's that itis broken down right there. That gives you that itis.
But they gave it a name.
Yeah, they gave.
You know how black people are. You know how we are. We call everything a name. Got that itis. Now,
but that's just too much starch though in the system at one time.
Yeah,
the body's working, trying, and I'm gonna shut down.
Yeah. It shuts you down.
Yeah.
They call it the itis. Now it's the starches. That's what I'm gonna call it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I got you. So start there, man. Start with a fast. Start with the water, the fruits and vegetables, and then maybe slowly start to change your diet, man. I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know it's a process. You can't just flip a switch and do it overnight like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never recommend that.
Yeah. And what about your? I know I got the product, the whole body cleanse. What would you say? Is that good for you? Think you can start with a herb like that, a supplement like that?
Well, whole body cleanse. It's herbals out there in nature that cleanse the whole body. So what I did was we come up with something to clean. You have herbs to clean the blood. It's got burdock root in it. It's got senna in it. We was talking about senna.
Senna, yeah, okay.
Senna, fennel seed, ginger,
I heard the fennel
help
seed.
you digest.
Okay.
You got like uva ursa in it to clean the kidneys. It's got liver cleaning herbs, so it cleanses all that liver, kidneys, colon, respiratory system, all that. And with the herbs I just mentioned, once you start to kill off things and to eliminate mucus from certain organs, then you have to poop. You have to get it out. You
got to get it out. You got to eliminate it. Then that's the next step. Yeah.
And it's got dandelion in it for diuretic. So it's burdock root. So you urinate a little more.
Okay.
So all of this is a part of cleansing.
Getting it out of your body, getting it
out of your system. Yeah. And like I said, I give them a paper with it. It's always good to eat fruits and vegetables when you're doing some kind of cleanse. It just makes it better for your cleanse.
Makes it easier on your system too.
Easy to digest.
Okay, then, man. Well, that's cool, man. I sure appreciate the information, man. Let everybody know where your store is located. In Louisville, Kentucky. But what's the address in case they want to stop by if they're in Louisville?
1806 Ralph Avenue. 1806 Ralph Avenue. We are just off of Dixie Highway. Yeah, Ralph Avenue on the Dixie Highway side. We've been over for about 2 years. As a matter of fact, we moved down here closer to our base. We was uptown a little more, about 10 minutes away. And when we moved here, I'm saying 95% of the people said, man, you got closer to me.
It was better for them. Yeah, it was better.
And the business got way better.
Okay.
It really did. And I want to say something to you, brother. I appreciate this. This is black media, man.
Black media,
if you want to put a color on it, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is black media. This is what we need. And I'm glad you're doing this.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you anytime, brother.
Yeah.
I hope you get more people. I know you will. I know you'll get more people to do this with. Your media platform, brother. Let me know how I can help you.
Okay.
I'm excited about this because let me say this real quick. That went on with that water company. I don't know, but you have one media out there telling you one side of the story.
Right.
You have somebody else telling you something else, and another might not be, the same result.
Right.
We need people like you. We need people like you, brother.
Yeah, right on, bro. I appreciate you, man. And he's on. You can find him online at healthdaddywild.net, right?
Healthdaddywild.net.
Okay, yeah.
Healthdaddywild.net.
Get you some products. Check out. Definitely, if you're in the Louisville area, stop by. Check them out. Start the journey. get your body right, man, so we can start, you know, living right out here and lasting long, man. Living long as we want to live out here. You know, so definitely, man, we signing off. Health Daddy Wild. I appreciate you, Frank, brother. I'll be in touch, man. Y'all check him out.
I appreciate
Instagram and Facebook and everything.
Okay, I appreciate you, brother.
Yep. Okay, man. Peace. All right.